Hey, 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 how's it going, everybody? It's Matt, and it is Wild Wednesday. I hope each and every one of you are having a great week thus far. It's Happy Hump Day. Just a few more days until we got TGIF. Tomorrow is let's see, for Thursday, I'm not sure what I got lined up for you guys yet. I'll have to come up with something on the fly, much like I did today, because I was originally going to planned on the movie I watched, what I was going to watch tomorrow to review for Wednesday, but I watched it, and it was too good to be on a Wednesday. It deserves a Friday for the best movie of the week. Like to go in with a bang, go out with a bang, all that jazz. Because Mondays and Fridays, those are my 2 days. My 2 days I like to have good titles for you, because I usually watch one going into the weekend, and then I like to whatever one I watched that weekend, because generally I save some of my best stuff for Fridays, Saturdays, just because or my to watch, just because I have more time then, and I can be a little more observant and all that fun jazz. Now, I forgot due to, let's see, what else, what do we got due to, what am I saying due to for? Do please like, share, and subscribe as always. That's my favorite thing about all you guys give me some nice suggestions. Do you guys have any suggestions for 80s movies next week? I'm going to be doing 80s movies. I'm going to be taking it down a few notches, and not do quite extreme stuff for at least a week right now. Nothing against it. I still still just eat that stuff up, and I'll continue to until I don't know, until the end of time, I guess. It's just one of my things. I've just always loved the horror genre. So let's get on to today's film, not to today's film. Yes, yes, yes. This one's from 2017. It just got a release earlier last year. It got a release last year. It's a part of the Too Extreme for Mainstream label. Oh, excuse me. I did review this once before, like on my Facebook stuff. But like I said, since I'm doing the YouTube now, I'm going to redo a lot of those, and have them at a more permanent place for everybody to go and search what they want, without having to watch on YouTube, or I mean on Facebook, because that sucks. I hate watching videos on Facebook. So that's why I am redoing all of those ones, or at least most of them. I will. Now, back to this one, like I said, it's from 2017. Got released last year as part of that Too Extreme for Mainstream line. It's got Matteo de Libertato, Stefano del Biondo, Andrea Di Bella, Ricky Fiore, Favaretto, Manuel, Silvio Pellegegrini, and Marco Pielich. I don't know. I'm probably murdering that one. And then Adam Ford directed this, and this is none other than Torment. I didn't jump on the Blu-ray. I I have something about DVDs. I like to buy them and collect them, mostly because I'm a weird collector. I know it's not necessarily the go-to format for anything now. Now that we have Blu-ray and 4K and all that amazing stuff that we have now. Don't get me wrong, though. Don't get it twisted. I do collect those as well. I am a little more pickier when it comes to purchasing the titles on Blu-ray, which I don't have. I only have one 4K title, and that's Alien Covenant. I got it for like $2. I hadn't seen it, and I figured, why not? I still haven't watched it. I put it in a couple times, and it was really boring and dull. Not really my thing, I guess. I liked the other Aliens movies. Those are pretty badass. Much like this one. This one's freaking weird, man. It's Like, it's good. I'll give it that. It's really, really good. It's got a lot of great production value. Um, it can get a little uncomfortable in places. I feel like, just because it gets so like X-rated with it. You know, it's something that um, will stick with you for a long, long time. I will never unsee this. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's no Serbian film, you know. It's nothing's gonna beat that right now, in my opinion. There's stuff that often gets close. Like, this one is pretty messed up, and I would put it up in that upper tier of really extreme films, because it is pretty depraved, and upon my first viewing I just thought whatever to it, but my second viewing I really I was able to come away with something a little more than, oh my gosh, the shock factor of seeing all those penises, uh, because that is the penis. It's There's so much of it. Like, you see, I mean, it's the same couple of penises, but you see them so much that it almost becomes repetitious, and it gets a little uncomfortable in places because of some of the things that are done anally in this film. Nothing. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I really don't care. But there's some really interesting things that is has to do with anal sex, and um, what you could put in there. Yeah. Um, so what is this one about? It's basically like you start out with the movie with this DJ Qualls looking dude, who's laying in naked in a bed with not, I wouldn't call him a fat guy. He's a husky guy. He's kind of chubby. He doesn't really, I wouldn't call him fat by any means. He's just a bigger than this other character, who is very I would say subservient, almost like not subservient, but like it almost feels like he was a willing participant for a little while, and then as things really starting to get disgusting, well, first off, he goes and it wakes up with them too. He gets slightly dressed. He decides he's going to walk around the house and search through this clown's house for whatever he could find. He does come across some drugs and paraphernalia to do with it, a syringe, and I'm guessing he was doing either heroin or I don't know, maybe he's doing meth, and not I have no idea. Either way, he's really on some hardcore stuff. Especially if he's mainlining it like that, because you've reached a whole nother level when you get there. So then he finds the stuff. He's quickly greeted with the clown, and the clown knocks him out, and da 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 da. Wakes up, and he's tied up in this room that has another person tied up over in the other side of the house, or the other side of the room. Then you have some things that go on, so some scary stuff, like as far as like scare tactics and things that he does to intimidate this guy, with like a knife play and rubbing this butcher knife all up and down their body and on their face, but not cutting it, but very, very, very firmly, like sliding the blade across, but not cutting. Very I guess that would be intimidating and scary if you were in that situation. And then he decides to go over, and he starts raping the other person over there, and it's pretty graphic. You see him eventually kill that person, and not at first. You get a lot of rape there. Then he takes there's a little break on it, and then like he does it again a little later, and that's when things really get dark and really twisted, because he starts doing things to that are really messed up to this other victim, and he I'm just gonna tell you, he stabs him right in the butt, and not like the butt cheeks, the butthole, and then he decides he's going to stick his man meat inside of the hole that he has created, this crevasse he has created in this person's rectal cavity. Very gnarly stuff. That's not the end of the anal stuff. I'm not going to give away any more on that end. There is some weird stuff with the DJ Qualls looking dude, where he has these weird visions of this other man, and he's telling him, at one point he tells him to wake up, and I forget what else just like different little dialogue things that is going on between him and this imaginary character, pretty much is what it is, because you don't see him in the real world. It's only in this imaginary world. So we got all of that going on. I don't want to give anything else away on this. I think it's I've given away enough. Just that little bit of a teaser, a little bit of a treat for you to see if you want to come in and check this out. So let's roll over onto my ratings for this one. Now, on a technical side, this thing is it's really polished. It's it looks good. It looks good visually. It sounds good. It's got high production value. Like, there's a lot of attention to detail that goes into this, and they really made a film that is so like gross and repulsive in ways, to make it look so beautiful on film, because to make it look that good, you have to, like I said, have a lot of pay a lot of attention to detail. So I am going to give this on a technical side. You guys might think this is a little weird, but it's getting a 3, borderline a 4, just because of how well the technical side of it is. It's just the content of it that's what bumps it down on the entertainment side. So, like, you got all of this everything going from the technical side rolling over into the entertainment side. You think that, oh my gosh, I'm going to get this really good film, and instead you get something it's good, but it is very dark, very sick and twisted. It's loosely based off of the some of the things that John Wayne Gacy did to his victims, which is, he did some really bad stuff to them, to bondage and raping and choking and just all kinds of really bad, horrendous things that he did to those people. So I'm going to give it a 3. Thought I was going to give it a 4, didn't you? So this thing's going to get a 6 overall. It's just above average. I've seen it twice now. It's going to be a while till I watch it again. This time I was able to watch it with, like, as weird as it sounds, I watched it alone. So I actually got to pay a little more attention without talking with somebody else, having some dialogue with somebody else, saying like, "Whoa, do you see that?" Things of that nature. I could actually stop, rewind, and rewatch the stuff that I wanted to rewatch. Which, granted, there is not a lot of this one that I wanted to stop and rewatch because of its content. All right, guys. I'm gonna roll the hell on out of here. We're coming up on that 15-minute mark. I got things to do tonight. Gotta go with the fiance somewhere and do some things. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I love your faces as always. Please do like, share, and subscribe, as I like to always say. And then if you have any suggestions for next week, hit me up. Peace.